Hello and welcome to today's video. I'm feeling it as just a person, but I'm gonna be here as a reader. Gonna bring my A game, if you will. But just know on the side part, it might not be the most put together video. And I'll try to bring as much as my pizzazz that I bring sometimes. Man, I don't know, y'all, but here we are. We're going to get the message out. We're starting with monkey. Bring in more playfulness, taking things less seriously. Ugh, let me tell you, I get it. It is time for you to understand what it is to But then I say that, and then I'm like, well, when it comes to trying to put in the play in life again, a lot of the times I'm getting that there's the responsibilities that take up time for you when it comes to what you want to do and what you have to do. It's something about what you have to do takes so much energy from you that you are feeling very much so drained. So much so you don't have enough even to dream anymore, even to put effort towards your dreams and your goals. And there's a lot of up, down, side to side in terms of getting what you need, like your responsibilities all balanced. But I'm getting, and it makes so much sense, where it's kind of like what you have to have balanced and your needs and your responsibilities. I'm getting that it's like the process of balancing them for you is draining you in a way where you don't have enough energy to try to find the playfulness again of life. We have hummingbird as well, and I just want everyone to see the cards are more like navy blue. It's totally giving me third eye vibes. Receive the sweetness of life. And for some reason, when I looked at life, the E was missing, LIF, and I was like, oh, misprint. But then when I looked back again, the E was there. So it's kind of like I'm getting that you're looking at things in your life where okay, so it's something about releasing even this belief that you have to be serious when it comes to the responsibilities, when it comes to what you need in life. Like, it's chores, and the chores are something that you grew up thinking, oh my gosh, why do I have to do this, moaning and groaning, right? And hear me out when I say this, you're gonna have to do it anyway, so you might as well learn something about releasing the tendency to moan and groan when you do these different responsibilities or what you need to do in your day so it's balanced. And instead, try to find some way to, I don't know, use what you have to find the sweetness in life, to find the playfulness in life, to look at making life more of a game where it's every day, I don't know, there's something different every day. Like every time you make a move or it's your turn to play in a game, you're going to be doing something different in this turn compared to the last. So think of that as like, this day is this kind of day, right? And then tomorrow is another day. So this day is this turn, tomorrow is another turn. Every single time there is a new day, no matter what day, there is prime opportunity I'm getting to release the beliefs that make you believe that you have to sacrifice yourself for your responsibilities and all, something about that, like, yeah, just like some kind of beliefs around you have to you personally have to sacrifice for the rest of the world so that it's like good, right? But there's something about instead, I don't know if there's a way to look at having, like, how would I put it? You taking action on your responsibilities, it not being a chore, but it being more of, I just heard choreographic, a choreography dance, a dance that's, I don't even know, a choreographic dance, something like that, where it's like you play with the outside, what you cannot control, the outside matter that you cannot control in your day-to-day, in the responsibilities, because it's something about allowing yourself to see, to believe that this is fun, that these responsibilities, that you taking action on these certain responsibilities in your day-to-day is fun, those chores, because there's something about how those chores, those responsibilities, what you need to have happen, create a foundation for you specifically to be balanced within what you can control, your morals, your beliefs, how you see yourself, how you see the world, right? Every single day is going to be different. And it's just so like cool that we have so many days to work on with this, you know, because it's not going to be tomorrow you're going to be a master at this whole new, it's like a whole new handling of matter, whether it's inside of you or whether it's outside of you. We have Snake, welcome higher guidance. Especially y'all, especially if you are on your spiritual journey, you're not alone. Especially with the responsibility of releasing other matter that really irks you. It really irks your spirit, your emotions, your mentality, your physicality, like everything in you in the moment. And like, you know, your job is to release, but you're having such a hard time, like, because you're having a hard time releasing, right? And you're like, it's also like your ego needs to be heard too, because I'm getting that something to do with, I'm getting a lot of different things right now, but here's how it's like kind of being laid out. Your ego doesn't feel heard and seen in many places, and that's the part of you that's having trouble releasing when it comes to outside matter that you are given from another in terms of their action towards you. So like the way you're treated by another, that kind of matter, you can't change it, you have to release it. Like there's nothing you can do in terms of handling it, in terms of restructuring it. It's not going to be the dice, if you will. I forget what that dice is. The dice with a bunch of colors like blue, yellow, red, white. That dice. It's not that kind of matter. This matter is a different type where it's for you to release. Because the more that you hold on to the matter, the more you try to figure out this outside matter, which it's someone else's actions, it's someone else's beliefs and morals and opinions, right? Whether it is said to you, whether it is like through the brain, like they send a brain message or whatever, whether it's like a physical action, whatever it is, okay? The responsibility is to release it. And this is why it's really awesome to make it more of a game, right? When you start to feel throughout your day, going about your day to day, when you start to feel that inwards frustration from something outside of you, that happened outside of you, like it's an action that came to you, right? Especially if you're working on manifestations, there's something within you in terms of beliefs. Because also there's a belief of what you're worth, right? What type of matter is worthy for you to investigate your precious time, your precious energy on, to focus on that instead of you, right? So the thing is that matter that you really want to investigate, want to get to know, like why me? Why are you coming at me? It's just best to release it. Different ways in terms of it, especially if you're working on your nervous system and trying to reset it, trying to get familiar with it. Before I get into that, let me read Leopard, embrace your uniqueness. Like you absolutely, this is your own process, okay? So this is different. This is a different way for you to handle outside matter that is from outside, that belongs outside, that does not belong inside within you, okay? I totally forgot what I was going to say. Darn. Oh, nervous system. That's it. Okay, so the nervous system. Someone commented a while ago, and I'm so happy you did, because so happy that you were also on the journey of resetting your nervous system. My kind of what I can recommend right now, since I'm not an expert on it at all, except from my own experience, is breathing, getting familiar with your breath, right? And when I say breath, I mean deep inhale, deep exhale. How I actually first started to really get familiar with my breath was going like inhale 4 counts or 4 seconds, and then hold it for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, and then repeat. And I would do it probably like 4 to 8 times. But I would do it just randomly, and then I started to consistently do it. And I saw, when I say consistent, I mean like actually making a not just a mental note, but like making a note in my day, because it's something where I needed to insert into my day, like bring in something new. So I had to change my current daily kind of like habits. And so I would just kind of set aside time, put on some kind of like guided meditation or just meditation music. So there's like no voices, it's just music, instrument. And I would also recommend going into solfeggio hertz, frequency hertz. 528 comes to mind. I believe that's the frequency. But it's amazing because your breath is something that can really, really bring you to the present moment. And something that I learned along the way when it came to my nervous system, because I felt, I felt really guilty and shameful for like having my nervous system be so erratic, right? And I'm like so committed to healing myself. And this is something that I don't really show, I don't share a lot, but I think it is important to share, is that even though I might seem really confident and like self-assured, there are so many times where I'm not, right? And there's so many times where I would get mad at myself for even like being nervous or being anxious, or like, you know, just like I can't get myself to like calm down and being like, it's totally fine. Even just saying it, like I can feel it within me, just the frustration. And that's where the breath comes in. It's the parts of you that as a child you had to be there for yourself when it would have been really helpful for others to remind you that you are safe. Like you had to remind yourself that you're safe over and over again. In this day and age also, let me just say, it's really interesting of like how it's like you would like follow what a lot of other people are doing, right? And then you follow so much so that you forget yourself, right? The nervous system and how you interact with society outside of you is also super important to be aware of. There's so much great power within taking control of how you're allowing the outside society to influence your inside society, if you will. And let me just say that your inside society is only going to be for you, okay? And it's interesting also, I'm getting to bring up that when it comes to the outside society affecting your inside society, right? And that's when you start to feel frustrated, you start to feel less than, you start to literally like focus on what you think are weaknesses on yourself, your insecurities. Like that is, it's like your mind instantly shifts to that. Okay, there's something about how taking responsibility of your, like what you do in your day-to-day in terms of consistently doing, right? Where we have sheep. Lead community unity, y'all. Like literally, I was gonna say sheep. Baba, you know what I mean? Have you been a bad sheep? Ooh, dang it, I totally forgot what I was gonna say before that. Okay, but what I'm trying to say, I guess, more than anything, is that there's something that's very, very powerful in the way that you are going about learning how to become one again with your nervous system. Like there's something about you guys collaborating, like literally envisioning your nervous system as a friend, right? There's some things in terms of behavior wise, even with yourself, that you got to put boundaries with, that maybe like right now I'm getting is like needing to look at the way that you're handling, more than anything, your matter when you give it out to others. Okay, so I'm getting that in terms of the matter that's being given out, it's something where it's like a vibe, a vibration, okay, a vibe, like an atmosphere, right? Where it's not something that you are intending to put out, but it's it's tied to beliefs around what it is that you think you're worthy of being or what it is that you think you're worthy of accepting as matter that is, one, your responsibility, but two, a necessity to accept. Like, do you really need to accept in terms of identifying this matter? I guess that's also the kind of like, it's like, I kind of used it before, but with a pool, how it gets kind of dirty with the leaves and the grime and the bugs and everything that pass through, where you kind of have to like take care of the pool daily, especially an outside pool, right? I'm getting that this is kind of your perspective of society more than anything, like you in society, members of society. what makes up society. Because I'm getting that when you kind of look in terms of society in general, like you look at it in terms of a one big circle, like just one ingredient. But I'm getting that this is like a meal, like this is a cake. And you got your flour, you got your butter, sugar, you got your vanilla, you got your salt, you got your, I'm trying to even think, like you got your whatever, you know, so then different ingredients. So I'm getting that this is something for you to also see in terms of separation, so that you can see it's not such a huge, like, huge thing that's trying to come at you at all. Like it's something about you separating this, like, understanding this belief that's like a really big belief. It's like this belief that's like a root belief, and there's other beliefs that come from it, but there's something about, yeah, I don't know. We'll see if I can get a little bit further. But yeah, it's something about this because it's holding up on even like your place within society, so that you'll feel like you belong a bit more, like you're part of it. We have mountain goat, keep going, lion, embrace honesty and generosity. We have owl, activate psychic insight, and penguin, achieve harmony as well. Being real with yourself is such a fine deal. Let's get real for the deal. You know what I mean? Like, getting real with yourself. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, there's just something about, like, I don't know, like your power getting fussed with, solar plexus fussy with, and it's from something from feeling like you belong, period. Like you feel like someone took away your right to feel like you belong, period. And you do, though. I totally get it, though. Because it's like, well, if I was being, or like, it's like this. If I am being treated that way, like if this person treated me that way, it's something about you believing that you deserve to be treated that way in the first place. And let me just say, you do not. I just totally got that one book / TV series, a series of unfortunate events. And it's about, I forget really, but I'm pretty sure, okay, don't really quote me on this, but adults who don't know what they're doing, right? Who they're choosing to accept these children, 3 children whose parents died mysteriously. I don't know, you know, question mark around that, right? But there's something about the idiocracy, the matter of idiocracy, the idiotic matter that the children had to deal with was given, the situations that they were given, okay, was from the adults, okay? So what I'm getting, right, is what you went through in terms of now seeing society in a different way is you're given the opportunity. And it is hard because I'm getting that there's been a lot of wounding emotionally, mentally, physically. spiritually. Let me just say you're still here though, okay? And I know it might be hard maybe today to feel the strength within you. It's still there though, all right? It has not disappeared. It just needs you to, in the present moment, whenever you choose, just bring yourself to that awareness, right? To refocus on re-empowering yourself, renewing, releasing, right? Because it's something about the matter that you're releasing is the matter that's confusing to you. That you're like, why is this, like, why something about why is this even in my life? Like the direction that I was trying to go in, right? You're still going in that direction. But there's something about whoever it is that was like trying to send you this energy that's like they're trying to say that they know how to handle life, or they know more about life than you do, and they're trying to restructure your life. Something about it really left you affected, right? But we're in the present moment that it's like it already happened. Not all the way though. Like it's still happening due to beliefs within yourself in the current moment, in the moment that you are right now, okay? And it's all good, okay? This is the whole process also of discovering the power within you. I have a feeling, right? Especially with your nervous system, how you might feel a little weak at times, like you're like not feeling in control. That's literally the area where I'm getting, it's because you like, it's hard to see the esteem within you. It's hard to see the power within you right now because you're looking at yourself in a way where you think you're not in control, right? So how can you look in the areas where you're like, I don't have this handled? How are you handling those areas right now, okay? This is something about in the present moment, right? For instance, oh gosh, I don't want to give any specific details because I've been hearing like not to give specific details, but make it more general, okay? So here we go. But there's something about in the areas where you desire to have it be better. For instance, okay, I'll say the detail is like nervous system. You want to reset your nervous system. Okay, so there's something about needing to allow yourself to believe every single day that you are in control of resetting your nervous system, that you yourself are, okay? Because that's what really is like making you really feel like you're not in control. It's kind of like you, and it's okay. It's okay to be the one to be telling yourself you're not in control when really you are in control. Maybe you never knew that is what you were doing. You know what I mean? That's all good, okay? But there's something about like when you go through this to really, really emphasize on this is for your growth. This is for the betterment of your tomorrows, okay? And everyone else. Like the more you better yourself, the more the rest of ourselves can also like literally have a visualization of someone who is handling their nervous system differently than they did yesterday or the day before. Like, be one of the first to learn how to handle your nervous system in a society where a lot of your authenticity is like, it's like given away. Like, and we kind of do it to ourselves, and that's okay because it's just how it is growing up, going to school, the society of school, you know, it's so weird, but interestingly enough, a lot of what you think you lack in is actually what the world needs from you a lot more of. Like, and there is something about how your nervous system, I do kind of want to see right now your vibe of the nervous system. But yeah, it's okay. So the balance, you know, the daily continuous balance. And this also reminds me of hours on a clock, or the moon phases. You could totally use a moon transition as like a way to go through this. Whatever the next moon transition is, I will say something about releasing. Is that the full moon that you release and then the new moon you renew? I forget. But whatever the moon transition is, that's for releasing. I'm pretty sure it's the full moon. Have like a little fun full moon ceremony. Like, and kind of be like, I don't know, I'm hearing like if you do have the money to spend on yourself a little, spend on yourself and have fun with like a ceremony, a ritual where it's like you're cutting ties with society. Have you ever cord cutted from society? Like, especially because with cord cutting, it's about for you to be free, and whatever energy that is within you that is like uncomfortable and it's confusing, and you kind of turn on yourself when you look at this energy, and it's like energy that makes you focus on your insecurities. That's energy to release, to cut ties with, to cut cords with, and like return to sender, you know, release it to whoever, whatever you want, you know, a trusted advisor, if you will. That's hilarious. If anyone has gone to school, like college, that's where I'm getting that reference from, is like a advisor. Yeah, like who can kind of handle the energy, the matter at hand that you're dealing with. Because this is a way, right, when you cut cords, you're choosing to be free of that energy, and the responsibility of handling that matter is no longer yours. You no longer need to focus on it, because what you focus on throughout the day, whatever it is what you deem responsible for you in the moment. What the matter that is responsible for you in the moment, right? So this is how a lot of things in the past keep popping up in the present, and it just is kind of like wherever you're at in the present is where you need to be. Whoever you're at in the present is who you need to be. The current embodiment, the current energy that you're embodying in the present moment is what you need to be embodying, right? And then, like when you're like, okay, so now you're in the present moment, right? And you might feel your mind going to different places, but the kind of focus, the fact, the find that you want is to find yourself back in the present moment, the place where you can choose to change, the place where you have the power to change. Yeah, right? So like with the anxiety, with your nervous system, where it's like literally you're like, I totally get it, I'm getting burnt out majorly. Me too, y'all, me too. I'm in recovery mode. 101, 411, 911, 7-Eleven. Like, let's go to Japan and eat some yummy, yummy food, because 7-Eleven food in Japan is where it's at. Tokyo, maybe. I've never been. Love it. Anyway. But yeah, so the present moment, right? It's where so much that you want, that you need to have happen is happening. Okay? It's the moment in time that is ultimately what is important to focus on. I am getting also why you bring up matters of the past is it still needs to be taken care of in the present moment, in the present moment. Past matter, if it's of past matter and not actually happening right now, matter to release. If it is matter that is in the future that hasn't happened yet, matter to release. I have a random card that is in the wrong deck, but we have, receive blessings and gifts. And yeah, manifestations, y'all, like you waiting for something to happen, like miracles to happen, waiting for you to let go, right? Choosing to. I don't know how else to like say it to convince you. Like, try it out, you know? It's NBD, no big deal. Okay. Imagine that releasing a frustrating matter is like taking a deep breath. But then you're like, wait a minute. This matter, I can't let go of. Like, no matter how many times, for some reason, I can't let go of it. There's a part of you still needing to be heard. So I'm hearing in the present moment, right? You have to choose to focus on yourself. Because the outside matter, whatever is frustrating, is not matter that is you, your authentic matter. It does not frustrate you. I'm hearing that outside matter is the matter that is frustrating you. And that is the matter that you can choose to release. So, where it is. We have the High Priestess, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Emperor. I'm getting that this has to do also with maintaining boundaries, with allowing yourself to see the mistakes as areas where there can be stronger ties with yourself and less tie with outside matter. Because there's something about you making a decision is a lot of the time based off of what is happening outside of you. Like, it's like you're waiting for the outside to look a certain way, be a certain way, have a certain vibe in order for you to in order for you to feel like you're at the place that you seek to be. That is like you're waiting for the outside to change. Because I'm getting you're doing a lot of internal changing. You realize came up with so many amazing, beautiful, healthy boundaries. Knight of Swords. I want to see what this says. But there's something about allowing yourself, trusting in yourself as you go through. Ooh, intense focus, radical, obsessive. Okay. Like, there's something about, even when you're like feeling like you're not in control, I'm getting that there's been a lot of understanding in terms even as like a second nature. Break free from the box. Like, you are very much more in control than you allow yourself credit. Allow yourself to receive credit. Like, it's like you did the extra credit because you're like, I love it. Like, for some reason you love it, right? That's especially with the obsession. Totally get it, right? But it's something about you shifting, changing, breaking away from what once was and moving into what you're like, this is more me. And you're like, even if others are like, that's not acceptable, you're still accepting yourself, right? I'm getting that there's something about like seeing and feeling that pride within yourself as you go through those different changes, of radical changes in terms of rebalancing, when you know that it's like a toxic connection with the outside matter. Like, it's like the outside matter is influencing you, and it's something about realizing that you don't need the outside matter in the influence it brings for you to feel the stability within yourself. Wow. Like, whoa. Because, like, honestly though, with our society, man, just saying our society makes my nervous. Like, it makes my nervous system start to get a little like overworked. It's just such a fast-paced kind of like, it's a fast pace, right? Even I think it's too fast for the individual person in terms of day to day, especially with social media, technology, like the age of Aquarius. It's something about the more, here we go, the more in control you are with your inner self, the less control outside of you will be of yourself in terms of you perceiving who you are. And what you say, in terms of handling your nervous system, I'm getting that there's something about, it's a different way of handling. Like, the way that you handle outside matter is also going to be very, very important to keep in mind when you are trying to handle your nervous system. If you start to feel your nervous system start to, like, if you start to feel it kind of go off, you know, where you're no longer peaceful and calm, maybe even when you like literally wake up. I've literally woken up with straight anxiety attack. Like, I haven't, yeah, I could go in it, but you know, it's just it's something about the answer within how to kind of like handle your nervous system is to get to know it. What? Yeah, like, what right now, what are the beliefs, what are the opinions, what is the morals that correlate with your nervous system? I'm getting, like, looking at how you're handling matter energetically as well is very important. You know, maybe it is that you're allowing yourself to be influenced by outside matter that is like kind of going to override your nervous system in general, and that's the matter to release too. Yeah. Something about really tuning in and allowing yourself to listen and listen to your nervous system every day. Like imagine it as another person, you know, part of you, right? Right beside you, right here. And the nervous system is talking, and it's like, this is what's up. And you're like, I did not realize that. I'm also getting something about writing out, like kind of brain dumping, allowing yourself to just literally get back to a point where you feel like it's as good as it's going to get today, you know, allowing yourself to know that you're doing the best you can as well with rebalancing your nervous system. Yeah. I'm getting that there's a habit of putting pressure on yourself when you realize that your nervous system is wreaking havoc when it comes to you choosing what to do in terms of reacting. And yeah, like you feel really bad, like really shameful and guilty. I just want you to know you're not alone if that's like something you go through, very similar to me. And I myself have to tell myself, like, I'm doing the best I can do. You know, I wish it was better. You know what I mean? Like, I wish my nervous system was better, but it's where it's at. And there's something about having the expectation of you being good. Like, you're like, now's the day, right? You're expecting yourself to fully recover and kind of be like you were before. But there's something about how you were before and how you are now and how you will be in the future. You'll never be the same. And allowing yourself to take a break from envisioning that you're going to be like a certain way in society as you were before. You know, allowing yourself to see who you are now. You're someone different. You're someone like not a new character, but a character who has gone through a lot of maturing in responding emotionally, I'm getting, and allowing your mentality, like checking in on your mentality and seeing what kind of thoughts go through your mind when it comes to like how you really want to respond, like in the moment. And you're like looking at your mentality, you're like, ooh, okay, this is really aggressive. Okay, like let's not respond. Let's, you know, find a way to release, find some space to get some peace, right? And then respond again, you know, something like that. So yeah, so that's gonna be the video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I truthfully needed this video myself. Yeah, life is a work in progress. Let's just say that, like, yeah. Like, we strong, y'all. We strong, okay? And we're gonna see it within ourselves. We deserve to see the strength within our own selves as much as someone else sees outside of us, right? We gonna be seeing within us, right? But yeah, so good luck, and I am sending you so much love and so much hope and prosperity and abundance, as much as I can offer. And I hope that you are having a good time. If not, I hope that you're able to just like breathe, take a couple breaths for yourself, and appreciate how much you have done in life, and like, you have done so much. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you in another video. Your authenticity is so vital, so crucial, and I hope that you know you mean the world, not just to me, all right, but to the rest of the world. All right, I'll see you in another video. Until next time, in the future, there's other videos you can watch. Bye.